You know what, Dad? This property reminds me of that programme, Help I Bought a Village. So, Dad, you're going to treat us to a tune on the piano?
It's been a while, Tom, but we're going to go. Ah, now that's unique.
So, Dad, what do you think? Hello and welcome back to the French Property Guide channel. Now, today I'm joined by a special guest. Ta-da! Sean from Sean's World, aka my dad. We're back in the village of Couesme, and this time we're looking at this great property behind us. So it's comprised of the main house, several outbuildings, an acre and a half of land, as well as some great gîte potential. Now this property is on the market for just €145,000. So yes, the main house, as you can see behind us, is more or less move-in ready. There's a little bit of redecoration work to do, but yeah, on some of the other buildings there is a fair amount of renovation, so yeah. You know what, Dad, this property reminds me of that programme, Help I Bought a Village. Yeah, it'd make a great sort of candidate property for that show, wouldn't it? And,
yeah, it would.
Yeah, you could have several gîtes here, I think at least 2, and you could maybe do something else with the land as well. Maybe a shepherd's hut, for example.
Lots of potential. I'm keen to have a look round.
Okay, without further ado, let's go inside and take a look.
Oh wow, it's a nice big space.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah.
Nice large kitchen, isn't it?
Yeah, kitchen diner, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a wood burner here. Feel warmer just looking at those, don't you?
So yeah, good start to the property, isn't it?
Nice flow, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that a good tidy up couldn't solve
It does
that.
need a little bit of a spring cleaning because the property's been vacant for about 2 years. But yeah, you know, you've got a kitchen which is it's a good start, isn't it?
Definitely.
Functioning.
I'm keen to see more.
Yeah, okay, so let's go through into the next room. After you. So here we have the living room or the lounge area. As you can see, there's a nice fireplace behind us. Obviously original, nice beam there. Yeah, not too sure about this platform, but you could probably quite easily, cover it up.
You could get some old antique bits of timber and some slate on top.
Yeah, I mean, he's the expert when it comes to antiques.
Make the area, more authentic. Ah, now that's unique.
Okay, let's take a look. See what we spotted.
Now, Tom, do you know what this is? You wouldn't normally find them in a living room, although you might have done back in the day.
I mean, I have to be honest, when I first came in here, I didn't spot it, but it looks like some sort of, maybe a shallow sink or trough or something.
Correct, I've been teaching you well.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously they've filled up the hole, but this would have been, as you said, a shallow sink.
So it must be very old, this property then, because
definitely.
obviously that was before plumbing and everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, what a lovely feature.
Yeah, he's got a good eye.
Yeah, it's a good sized room. At the same time, it feels quite cosy. And yeah, as you can see behind me, there's dual aspect doors. So one for access to the rear of the property and one at the front. And also we've got the radiators, which is oil fueled central heating, which is the main source of heat here. Obviously you can have some wood burners as well with the chimneys. One's already set up in the kitchen, and it would be fairly straightforward to put another one back in its original place in the living room.
So far, all the rooms have been fairly recently double glazed.
Yeah, the windows and the doors, yeah.
They've been in good order.
Yeah, a mixture of PVC, which is this sort of plastic, and wood.
So, Dan, you're going to treat us to a tune on the piano?
It's been a while, Tom, but we're going to go.
So yes, once again we've got a property with a mezzanine floor, and who doesn't love a mezzanine floor? So it's a little bit of a landing here, and
To my right, we've got one of the two main bedrooms. Talk about an A-frame beam.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay for me underneath.
Yeah.
You'd probably have to duck.
Yes, I would bump my head on that.
But it's not that difficult really to raise up.
No.
You've got a tie beam there, but it's still doable.
That's good to know. Let's just, I mean, maybe just. Yeah, there's a little bit of a duck there. I think I would bash my head on this. I'm 6'2", so, you know. Okay, so let's go and check out the other bedroom and upstairs bathroom. So just come through here. Once again, mind your head. Dad, so what do you think of this second bedroom?
Firstly, it's lovely and high, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You have no problems with hitting your head on the beam in this room. That's for sure.
Walking. You've got the lux there, you've got a tiny little window behind you, lower level window there,
Yeah.
and another one up there, so it's very light in here.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yeah. Which, you know, sometimes can be a little bit of an obstacle in some of these older French properties of this region, is getting enough natural light in the property.
It's a challenge,
Yeah. And yeah, another sort of mezzanine styled floor up there.
Children would love to go up there, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
What an adventure.
Okay, so opening this door, I wouldn't call it a set of stairs, more of a ladder. Up we come to this mini second floor. Yeah, pretty cool. Not tall enough for an adult to stand up in there, but you know, even for storage it can be practical.
What kid wouldn't like to come up here?
Mind your head. Yeah, big kid up there.
A little mini bar up here.
Yeah, penthouse. Okay, so next up we're going to go back downstairs through to the kitchen and we'll take a look at the utility room at the back. So yeah, that's the boiler for the central heating, for the oil-filled central heating, and yeah, quite a practical space, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You know, access to the garden behind you there, and you've got a downstairs sort of toilet and sink.
I think there's a shower in there.
Is there?
I think so. I looked on the...
Oh, let's have a look.
Yeah, that's really handy having that outside door from the garden straight in, you know, muddy boots. You want to come in and have a clean up, that's perfect. That'd keep me out of a lot of trouble.
Keep you out the doghouse.
Yeah.
Now, time to go and have a look outside at the outbuildings and the garden.
Let's go.
Well, we're lucky, the sun's out. It was raining when we first went inside, so yeah, we couldn't have timed that better. So yes, here we have the first of 4 outbuildings. There's also an open barn as well. We'll get to that later on. So yeah, what do you reckon of this one, Dad? Yeah, it looks quite good.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all.
Yeah, so I think this barn would have been basically the stables for keeping the horses and everything back in the day. Let's have a look inside. Dad's already ahead of me.
Looks like it's got some power run to it already.
Yeah, let's have a look. There we go.
Quite basic lighting, but...
Yeah. So yeah, this would have been a trough for feeding the animals back in the day. Quite interesting. And yeah, that's where the horses would have been kept. Pretty cool. I hope the camera picks that up okay, but it's had a new roof done fairly recently. Oh, it's gone out of focus there a little bit. There we go. So yeah, good condition on the roof.
Do you know what these are, Tom?
To be honest, no, I don't really have an idea. Maybe a gun rack, but really?
Yeah, you're doing your own work, haven't you?
With a little bit of investment, well I say a little bit, probably quite a lot, this could be turned into a several bedroom gîte. I reckon you could get 2 or 3 bedrooms in there up on the upstairs.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a nice shell, isn't it? A nice base to begin with. Or, you know, you could always use it as a stables if you got...
Yeah, choice is yours.
Yeah, we have got probably 1.5 acres of land here. So yeah, for horses it's probably a little bit... Not quite enough,
not flat,
but maybe for pony, you know. And yeah, the land generally is a little bit undulating, so we'll take a look at that shortly. Okay, so what have you spotted over here, Dad?
Well, I think, every little hamlet should have one.
Yep, I think I know where he's going with this one. I've noticed most of the properties I've been showing recently do have bread ovens, and no, it's not compulsory for every house in France to have a bread oven.
Well, that should be.
Yeah, perhaps it should be. So yeah, let's go and take a look inside. Okay, yeah, so it's been vicked up.
Yeah, I think it's been a few years since it's been used.
Yeah.
But it's there on the left.
Remnants of the chimney in front.
Yeah. They just evoke a time of, you can almost picture them all in here.
Yeah,
on a cold
back
day,
in the
waiting
day.
for the bread to come out.
Yeah.
It's very nostalgic sort of thing.
Wonder how many loaves have been baked in that oven.
Yeah. Now what intrigues me about this plot, it's all on slightly different levels. It looks like there's little secret gardens everywhere, so if you're a keen gardener this could be for you. You know, there's a mixture of trees, grassed areas, yeah, beautiful spaces, and I think out the back is the best view of them all.
Make sure that you stick around until the end of the video because we'll show you the view out the back then. The property has its own private drive, as you can see, so no neighbours coming through here.
Plenty of parking as well.
Yep, good parking space. And yeah, that building is the one that we saw earlier on, the stable. So yeah, it's got a window upstairs, a little bit of a dormer. There is the bread oven there, sorry, just behind me over there. And next up, we're going to have a look at this building that Dad's walking towards there. This one is a good candidate to be turned into a gîte. This property certainly is a contender for the TV show Help, We've Bought a Village. If you wanted to appear on that, you could buy this property. I'm sure they'd be interested. Now, let's take a look inside this little house. There's always a house because you can tell there's a chimney. The roof looks in good condition. And yeah, I think Dad is inside having a look. So let's go and see him now. Hey Dad, what do you think?
Yeah, certainly got the bones of something good in here.
Yes.
Once again, you've got the double glazing.
Yeah.
The windows. Nice little open fire.
Yeah.
And the beams look pretty serviceable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing, a little bit of buffing out can't fix.
New concrete floor.
Yep. Good solid base. Yep.
I think maybe some waste away as well. Not quite sure on that.
It looks like they've started
Definitely, yeah. They've done
the process.
The breaking work in here for sure.
Yes, and as you know, with your cottage renovation, that's often, you know, the unsung work, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. I mean, this would look beautiful if you pointed up all the stonework.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it as exposed stone. Keep the beams as well. You know, keep the character. And yeah, there's enough room upstairs for a bedroom, bathroom upstairs. Down here, you can have, it's probably about 30 square meters. You can have a kitchen, living room area.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's take a look.
Property to the left is the neighbour's building, and that plot runs along the fence line. But this plot where Dad is now is part of the property, and it looks like this area used to be for petanque. Petanque in English, I think it's called. Is it called petanque in English, or balls?
Yeah, balls.
Yes. This outbuilding comes with the property as well. Maybe it was used for keeping pigs. And this plot behind Dad is part of the property, all the way down to that fence. And yeah, what a view.
It's lovely, isn't it? Now I could see that tank area as a patio, tables and chairs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, incredible. There's a little stream running through there, so let's go and take a closer look at that view. What do you say, Dad?
Let's do it.
Okay, so that's the door to the outhouse. As we can see there, they're the pipes for the fosse septique. Now the fosse isn't conform, but I did have a quick look at the report, and it's mainly due to the filter bed not being accessible. So it could be that the fosse is in perfectly good working order, but it's just that it couldn't be examined properly by the inspector. So yeah, it's not a major concern. The roof, however, on this part of the house looks to me in great condition. However, on this part, it seems that there's some slip tiles. The crotchets on some of the tiles are rusting a little bit, which does lead to the tiles slipping, so they do need replacing. Yeah, nothing too pressing or too major, but yeah, it's something to keep an eye on this part of the property. Okay, now let's go and join Dad, who's taking a look at that amazing view. So Dad, what do you think?
Magnificent. There's so many different areas that you can have a little terrace, a little quiet terrace, you know, table and chairs. Sit down a few gin and tonics, watch the sun go down. Just hear the babbling stream in the background.
Yep, very peaceful, isn't it?
That's what you're buying as well, a bit of the French countryside.
6,000 square metres of it, in fact.
A sizable plot.
There he is.
So many different levels and elements to this garden. A little terrace here, that'd make a nice sort of outdoor garden room, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You could have a nice, maybe not greenhouse, because you've probably got the shade from the shadow from the house. Potentially even a garage, couldn't it? You know.
Barbecue in that area.
Yeah. So yeah, Dad, what do you think of this great property?
Oh, exhausted walking around it.
Yeah.
No, it looks like it's well serviced with lots of electrics everywhere. There's been lots of money spent on that. Windows are all new in this main dwelling house. Double glazed, the doors are good. Lots of Veluxes, there's some new roofing done. But it gives you enough to put your own stamp on it as well.
Yeah, there certainly is a solid base here to contend with. Definitely. And you do get a lot for your money, don't you, in terms of, you know, just in terms of floor space, buildings, and land as well. 6,000 square metres. It's a big plot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's situated in a nice area, elevated, but not too elevated that you can't get in and out of it in the winter.
Yes, good point. Yeah, accessible. Oh, Dad, do you think this would be a contender for the TV programme Help I Bought a Village?
Yeah, it certainly could be. Yeah, I mean, you've got somewhere to live while you're working, which is a real bonus. But yeah, you could really stamp your mark on this place.
Certainly. Right, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, and subscribe for more property tours like this in the future. If you love the content and you'd like to support the channel, consider donating to my Patreon page. Okay, so that's it for today. See you in the next one. Bye for now.